What's going on, guys? My name is Steve LaCool with Pacific Lawn Sprinklers, and I wanted to do a little video for you guys today. Just kind of a case study. Usually we do it with our current franchisees, but I actually want to do one on myself. So I've been with Pacific probably around 8 years now, and I was running a franchise in New Jersey for probably 6 of those years. I never, probably like you guys, never planned on getting into the irrigation business. It was kind of an accident, actually. I was going to school, going to college, trying to figure out my life, trying to figure out different career paths. I was actually going to try and be a project manager for construction because I had a background in construction. I was trying to go that route. I was even doing a little bit of psychology in school, and I just knew I wanted something bigger. I knew I wanted something that I can really grow with. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted something to just build from the bottom up. The opportunity at Pacific actually came across to me by one of my friends, who is a little more experienced in irrigation, and he was actually taking a franchise in New Jersey. He said, hey, you know, I'm taking this awesome opportunity to start a franchise out in New Jersey. It'd be building up the franchise from ground zero. We didn't have any customers in Jersey at that point, and it kind of intrigued me. I didn't know anything about irrigation. I knew how to work with my hands. I did construction, you know, my whole life, carpentry with my father, but I didn't know anything about irrigation. But I figured, hey, let me try it. So I moved out to Jersey. At the time, I was actually staying here, living in my grandma's basement. That's how unsure I was of where I was going in my life, is that I was staying with her, and I was just trying to figure out like which direction to go, what job to go after. I was probably 23 at the time, and that's the position I was in. So, you know, when I moved out to Jersey, this was totally new for me. I mean, it was just like, you know, completely a new world for me, the irrigation business. It's kind of like, almost call it fast money. You're with the customer quick, you get paid, you leave. I was used to construction jobs in which, you know, we would work on for, you know, weeks or months or even a few years, you know, at one point. So it's a kind of a little bit of a different industry, but when you get into irrigation, it's a lot faster if you're doing service work. And even installations, you know, you gotta try and complete residential installations as fast as possible because there's other ones right behind it. So it was kind of a different atmosphere for me in terms of workload. But once I got into it, and once I started with, you know, the Pacific franchise, I mean, it just took off. I mean, we moved out to Jersey, and like I said, we had no customers, you know, maybe a few when we moved out there. The franchise started doing the advertising for us, and we literally just, like, overnight just were booked, like, scheduled up for months. And it was ridiculous. I'm talking, we were going 7 days a week. We were going from, you know, 5 a.m. waking up, cleaning the trucks out, you know, organizing the material, trying to figure all that out, to, you know, getting home 10, 11 o'clock at night, just because we were covering such a large area of New Jersey at the time, and customers were just coming in from all over. It probably came in quicker than anyone anticipated, and that was probably the reason why we had such long nights and everything, because we were juggling around so many things. Plus, learning curve, I didn't know much about irrigation, so I kind of just got thrown into it, which at the time was a little bit overwhelming, but it turned out to actually be the best thing for me, kind of just getting thrown into the fire. And those of you that have businesses or anything now, you probably know that sometimes the best way to learn is to just like get thrown out there. So that's what happened to me. We were supposed to kind of be like partners, me and my buddy, like in the beginning, like, yeah, we'll do everything together, I'll learn slowly, but it kind of just like turned out to the next thing, like me getting in the truck doing like a full-blown list of service calls. So I figured it out pretty quick. You know, I had some mistakes in the beginning, but I learned from it, and, you know, we corrected everything, we made everything right. So, you know, that's kind of my backstory about how I got into it. Now, from there, you know, I saw that the business was going so well, we were getting so many jobs, you know, we were expanding. I just felt that this was kind of what I was looking for in terms of like finding something to expand on and grow on. So I went to my friend, and I basically said, hey, let me partner up with you, let me be partner of this franchise, let's run it together, and basically let's take over all of New Jersey, or as much as possible. So thank God he agreed, and we went into it, and the first year we did very well. Like I said, it was a learning curve, but as we progressively went through the years towards our 5th or 6th year, at that time we were servicing about 2,500 customers, you know, per year. And we're up in New Jersey, so it's, you know, cold weather up here, so we're doing winterizations, and, you know, so you're seeing those customers twice a year. We were also probably doing around 100 to 200 installations per year. You know, we grew to several trucks at the time. I think we had 4 or 5 trucks at the time. But, you know, in the beginning, that's all great, but in the beginning is what I want to take it back to is, you know, starting anything new, you're going to get kickback, you know, especially if you have family or friends or anything. Like, a lot of my family in the beginning were like, what are you crazy? You're going to move out to Jersey with this friend and you're going to start this business and go with this franchise, this big corporate company, and you're going to trust them and this and that. And that was kind of the feedback I was getting from everyone, except my grandma, of course. And, you know, it's hard to fight through that, but you have to get through that anytime you're going to try something new or you're going to try something bigger. So if you're experiencing that in any avenue of your life, just, you know, you really have to reflect on it and see, like, are those people telling you what, you know, what they want to project onto you, or is it actually what's good for you? So, you know, a lot of guys that we have coming into the franchise system now, you could just feel that they're held back by the opinions of, say, their wife or their family or someone saying, like, you know, don't join this big corporation, if that's what you want to call it. That's probably one of the main things we get now. So now I'm on the franchise end, so I did really well with the franchise. We were like exceeding all expectations and doing well, and I just had a really good understanding for the irrigation, number one, but number two, how to just like run the franchise and all the things that come along with the franchise. So I had a good understanding with that, so I kind of moved on to the franchisor end of things now, in which I basically help other guys who want to start their own irrigation business, you know, help put them into business. So that's what I do all day long, from, you know, researching like demographics, areas, you know, getting them the right prices on material, get them set up with their actual physical legal business, trucks, trailers, all that stuff. So being on the franchisor end of things now, I mean, it's like my parents look back on it and they remember telling me, like, you know, don't take that opportunity, don't do that. But now they see it was like the best thing that I could have done. And it might not be the right fit for you, but it's really important to understand that, like, joining up with a bigger partner such as a franchise, or like, you know, a mentor or someone like who can guide you, who's already been through the stuff, like, it's gonna jump you light years ahead. If me and my buddy went out and we said, hey, we're gonna start our own irrigation business, like, we would still be like so far behind the times. We'd have to figure out, you know, how to advertise, how to hire employees in the office, you know, how to monitor them, but at the same time provide quality work. And then you got problems on a job, you got, you know, water running, you got your employee out sick, you got a flat tire, you know, you got missing material, you know, pumps, this, that, you got like all these things you have to figure out. So I don't know how we would have possibly done that without the franchise system. And like, I look back now and I'm so grateful that existed. And, you know, now I'm even trying to make it better, because I went through it from the ground zero, like all the way up to building a successful franchise. So I saw like anything I could improve, like with my own franchise and the actual franchise itself. So, you know, our goal is really just to help, you know, any like good people trying to start their own irrigation business, but who really want to grow it and really want to succeed in life. Like, honestly, if you're gonna be lazy and you think it's gonna be easy to start your own business and it just sounds cool, like, this isn't gonna work for you, and starting any business isn't gonna work for you. So you need to be fully dedicated in the beginning. Like I said, when we first started, we were doing 7 days a week, literally. Actually, I was doing that the whole 6 years. But I put in my time because I believed, you know, in all the customers coming in. I believed that we had something. So, you know, there were some nights where I remember working specifically, getting home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's just because, you know, we were trying to fit so much in and really just grow. We were ambitious. I'm not saying you need to go to that extent, but, you know, if you take anything to that extent, you know, you should succeed in it. So I guess basically, you know, what I'm trying to get across here is, you know, it's okay if you're not sure which direction to go. It's okay if, you know, you started your own little irrigation business now and you're going through some hard times and, you know, it's frustrating. Like, it's okay. Like, you know, that's what any business guy is going to go through. We even went through it in the beginning, but thank God we had the backing of Pacific. So it's important to understand that, you know, just because you see, you know, yellow and you see this on camera, like, I'm not a guy on camera. Like, I'm just a regular guy who's working in the field just like you. But just because you see all this stuff, you know, it's not a big corporation. We're just regular guys. Everyone here, from the owners down to like the lower level guys like myself and my partner, you know, we've all been doing irrigation for a while, and we've been through like every scenario that you can imagine. Even the girls in the office, most of them have been here, you know, 25 plus years. starting from the beginning when they had paper, running off of maps instead of GPS. So we've literally been through, or me and my team have literally been through every, avenue of the irrigation business. And we just want to try and save you time. If you're a good person and you're looking to really grow and looking to kind of, jumpstart your irrigation business, we're here for you. You don't have to be like intimidated to give us a call. We'll just chat one-on-one with you. Like, we've been around the block. So I just wanted to get that point across to you, and hopefully like my story related a little bit to something possibly you have going on right now. Hopefully it did. Hopefully you can find some value from the stuff that we put out. You can check out our website, pacificfranchise.com, or on YouTube and stuff. We have a lot of videos explaining things. So like I said, any questions, reach out to us. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.